Now to the latest on that deadly shooting at the protest in Kenosha, Wisconsin. The 17-year-old suspect, set to face a judge later today, is charged with 2 counts of homicide. Alex Perez has been following the latest from Kenosha all week long and joins us with more. Alex, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Janae. That'll be an extradition hearing to bring him back here to Wisconsin to face charges. This morning, we're learning a lot more about how exactly things unfolded on that deadly night. Overnight, protesters back on the streets demanding justice for Jacob Blake. The National Guard called in from 3 states. And now new details emerging about the deadly shooting that erupted during a night of unrest earlier this week. 17-year-old Kyle Rittenhouse, seen in this video before the shooting, now in custody, charged with homicide, accused of killing 2 people and injuring a 3rd. The teen from Antioch, Illinois, a former police cadet who was seen guarding a car repair shop Tuesday night, telling Blaze TV he was armed with lethal ammunition.
We're protecting from the citizens, and I just got pepper sprayed by a person in the crowd.
An hour and a half later, the disturbing and graphic incident unfolds, detailed in a new criminal complaint. At 11:48 p.m., Rittenhouse can be seen running across a parking lot. He turns to face a protester, now identified as Joseph Rosenbaum, and shoots him. He picks up his phone, then runs away. Rosenbaum does not survive. 1 minute later, at 11:49, the shooter can be seen running down the street, long gun in hand. Protesters tackle him to the ground. His next victim, Anthony Huber, tries to grab the gun, seen in these still photos, attempting to disarm him with a skateboard, but he's shot in the chest and killed. Another protester, Gage Grosskreutz, is shot in the arm while his hands are raised. At 11:51, he approaches police arriving on the scene. As police move in, Rittenhouse can be seen with his hands up, but he's not taken into custody. It's not until more than 12 hours later that police announce he's turned himself in across state lines in Illinois.
In situations that are high stress, you have such an incredible tunnel vision.
Some now raising questions about the police response in light of Jacob Blake's shooting. Now Kenosha police revealing new information, identifying the officer who shot Blake 7 times in the back as Rustin Shesky. Shesky and 2 other officers have been placed on administrative leave, and a federal civil rights investigation has been opened. This morning, the Wisconsin DOJ identifying the other 2 officers involved as Officer Vincent Arenas, who's served in the department since last February and also deployed his taser, and Officer Brittany Marinek, who joined the department in January. And this morning, a demand for answers. Jacob Blake's father saying his son is handcuffed to his hospital bed while he recovers from those 7 shots to his back. There had been a warrant out for Blake's arrest when Sunday's shooting unfolded, but no word on whether that warrant is why Blake is handcuffed to his bed. Authorities also now scrubbing through various social media accounts believed to belong to the 17-year-old, including several posts expressing support for police officers and President Trump. Cecilia?
Okay, Alex, thank you. And joining us right now is Wisconsin Attorney General Josh Kaul. Mr. Kaul, thank you so much for being with us this morning. I know it's a busy day. I want to get right to it. Your office is the lead on this investigation. This is an independent investigation into Jacob Blake's shooting. You released some new information this morning. Among that information, that the officer who fired the shots at Blake and a second officer on the scene first used their tasers on Blake. That didn't work. Why did they need to use their tasers when they got to the scene?
The officers were attempting to effectuate an arrest, and they used their tasers in the course of that process because they were trying to stop Mr. Blake. Those tasers didn't work, and Mr. Blake ultimately was shot.
So we also know that there was a knife that was found in Blake's car. Did the officers that responded to the scene know that there was a knife there prior to the shooting?
We're not commenting on that detail at this point in the investigation. Mr. Blake stated to investigators that he had a knife in his possession, and there was one that was found on the driver's side floorboard.
I got to push you on that, sir, because I know this is a question that you've refused to answer so far. It was your office that released this detail about the knife, and many people would say that that disparages Blake in this story that we know so far. Why not tell the full story now?
This is an ongoing investigation, and we are not commenting on facts that may be disputed as this case moves forward. Ultimately, this case is going to be presented after a full and thorough investigation to a prosecutor who's going to make a charging decision. And if there is a charge or charges that are filed in this case, this is going to be tried in a court of law. And it's our top priority to make sure we're protecting the integrity of this investigation.
What happened on the scene there is something that the entire country is watching right now. This video seen by so many, and it's at the heart of the protest that we're seeing in your state right now. An officer holding Blake's shirt when he opens fire and shoots him in the back. How does that happen?
Well, that's part of what this investigation is about, is conducting a full and thorough investigation into the facts of this case, so we have as complete an understanding as possible of what led to those events, so that a charging decision that's based on the facts and the law can be made. And if this case does go before a jury, that the jury has a full and complete picture of the facts.
Are the officers cooperating with the investigation right now?
Yes, there has been cooperation with this investigation. The investigation is moving forward briskly. There have been several material witness interviews conducted, but the investigation continues to move forward.
And how transparent are you going to be?
We're going to continue providing the public with the information that we can, consistent with the integrity of the investigation.
Attorney General Call, we thank you for your time again this morning.
Thanks for having me.
Still very much an active investigation, but so many questions this morning.
And not many answers yet.